Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie. For those who don't know me, reviewing Love Island Games Season 1, Episode 12. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. This one's gonna be a quick one. Yeah. We're not gonna be here for long, but let's talk about it anyways. We left off with the dumping. The guys had to pick a guy, the girls had to pick a girl. I expected the guy leaving to be Carrington just because of the preview, seeing how hard Johnny was crying. It only made sense. Crazy too how they made him do it. Like, come on. Unless he asked. Come on. And then the girls decided to dump Kira. Now, Kira I didn't expect, but I think the girls were thinking it's likely that the guys are going to vote out Carrington, and if Kira stays, really who is she going to connect with, you know?
Carrington.
Kira. It didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go. I gave it my best, and that's all that I wanted to do here, so.
Short-lived. I do wish it was a little longer, but yeah, thanks for the memories.
So I was watching Justine and Sully's video, and they were saying that, well, first of all, they were saying the challenge ran so long that literally the sun came up, because before Justine and Jack got to go, it started like pouring rain, and they had to stop production for hours. I would have lost my mind. But they also shared that Carrington was actually in a very long-term relationship just before coming on the show. I say just, but they said months. They didn't say how many months. Do with that information as you will. And so, yeah, maybe he does have that potential to be that lover boy. Is it with Kira? We don't know. They left together. We don't know if they left as a couple or if they left as random people who want to see if they're going to date on the outside. So if anybody has an update on that, sure, send it over. I'd like to see what happened between them, even though I don't think anything happened. After the dumping, Mike has had a change of heart when it comes to pursuing Imani. He realizes that Imani's heart is with somebody else.
I can't deny that I feel like you and Ray have strong feelings towards each other. These guys got a real connection. And the thing is, I know you're laughing, but deep down you agree.
I do.
Got a lot of respect for that brother. He's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense for us to continue trying to create something.
My thing with Mike is he came in talking about how differently he was going to handle this time around. And I feel like he was worse. I feel like he's worse. Just because being so gung-ho for somebody and making it known like you're first, you're playing for second, you're playing for third. Apparently his third was Liberty. And also Justine had gone to Mike before the recoupling to tell him like, hey, don't pick me. If I was Imani, I would just be like, forget it. Just forget it, you know? And for him to admit, oh yeah, I was choosing you for game reasons, I'd be annoyed too if I was Imani. This has happened twice to Imani where somebody comes in and she's genuinely attracted to them at first glance. However, as soon as they start talking, she loses interest. With Johnny, as soon as he opened his mouth, she was like, oh, he's too cocky. I don't like that. Mike, same thing. Just too much talky-talky. Too much talky-talky. And so she was like, yeah, I'm off it too. I think her feelings for Ray were always going to be stronger than any other connection that she had in here. But I do think that there was potential with Mike if he was genuine about pursuing her. But it is what it is. What are you going to do? What do we have here? Imani and Ray have a conversation. And Ray is finally being a lot more understanding than he was before.
I've been wanting to talk to you. It's been so hectic.
I apologize for, I guess, the way I communicated, because my head was all over the place. And, you know, I didn't mean to take it out on you. It just was a lot for me.
Do you want to be more exclusive? Like, how do you feel about recoupling?
We should definitely, at this time, be locking in.
Somebody didn't like the fact that I said Ray was moody. I'll say it again. Ray was moody. And me personally, I wouldn't be able to deal with it. However, Ray is not with me. Ray is with Imani. And they decide that they are going to be exclusive. Now, am I here for it? Not really. But I'm happy that my girl is happy. So, baby, you like it. I like it. I won't say I love it because that means I really hate it. But you like it. I like it too. I like that they're happy together. I was shocked that they didn't seal the exclusive conversation with a kiss. That was kind of weird. But later on, at night, she went over to his bed and she did kiss him. So I was like, okay, because like, I was starting to think this relationship is a farce, which it still could be. Sorry. Sorry. I'm just saying. Since Liberty and Callum are the power couple, they got the hideaway. I was wondering why they didn't just go straight into the hideaway because, honey, Liberty's lingerie set, lady in red, she looked it good. Okay, she looked it good. Yeah, it was. I thought they could just walk into the hideaway looking how they were looking, but no, they decided to get ready and stuff like that. In the hideaway, they learned that their power is getting to reshuffle the deck. So they get to recouple the couples, not just for the challenge, but like those are the recouplings. I think this is the strongest power by far. And this is what I was saying, like, what is the structure of the show? I think they're just kind of like trying to throw everything at the wall and seeing what sticks so that the second time around they could be like, okay, this method, plan, whatever, had this outcome. This plan had that outcome. So these are the things we're going to keep. Those are the things we're going to throw out. That's the only thing that I can think of because the power changes every single time. Sometimes you're at the bottom, but you're really the top, and the top is really the bottom. Like it's so confusing. It doesn't make any sense. Anyways, the next day, they decide to not tell the other Islanders that they got a text. And so they were asked explicitly, did you get a text? They said no. However, Maura comes in with Kem. And I did not watch Kem's season, but I've seen Kem on, is it Capital Extra or BBC Radio? Whichever one it was, the man is so fine. What? Kem is so beautiful. He's so beautiful. And he's even more beautiful standing beside another beautiful person like Maura. It was just, wow. It was just magic. Anyways, they came to the villa to let them know. Well, actually, they didn't even explain why Kem was there. I think Kem was there just to be there. But anyways, yeah, they came to let everybody know what Liberty and Callum were up to in the hideaway.
Should we let everyone know who's going to be coupled up with who?
Yeah, let's do it.
Don't look so nervous, guys, please.
Yeah.
Don't underestimate me, boy.
Right.
Oh, okay. Charlie!
We got this.
Come on, little leg, you're together.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yes.
Happy, Jess?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm actually fucking stoked.
Johnny.
Let's go!
Let's fucking go.
Justine and Jack. How you feeling?
Good.
Yeah, good.
Happy?
Happy.
Yes.
I actually chose to couple myself up with Justine.
Jack, how you feeling, bro? You're twitching a lot.
I'm still trying to work it out of my head. Like, what the fuck?
I agree with Jack, even though he doesn't say it now, he says it later, in that evening out the playing field does not make any sense. It doesn't. The strategy that Callum and Liberty had was to pair strong people with not strong people so that everybody has an equal opportunity or something. I don't know, something along those lines, okay? But my thing is, pair two strong people who you know will have your back undoubtedly, which they kind of did do because Imani and Eyal were together. I was thinking, oh, that's a strong couple right there. Definitely. But then put the weak people with the weak people so that they're guaranteed to be in the bottom. Why are you trying to even it out? Make it even for everyone? Don't do that. Don't do that. So anyways, the challenge is done in 2 pairs at a time. First pair is Selly and Ray, who went against Mike and Jess. Mike was the weakest link for sure. He was definitely the weakest link. He kept dropping the bars of metal. I was thinking too, I don't know why they didn't have the strategy of stockpiling things. Maybe they were told explicitly not to do that. But on Big Brother, when they do, sorry for the tangent, on Big Brother, when they do OTEV, like it's the whole like running up and down the slide thing to get the name of something and whatever. But everybody, once they find things, even if it's irrelevant to that specific challenge, they just group it all in one place and they just keep going to that stash on every turn. Why didn't they do that? I don't know. I also said on live, I wanted more challenges that were kind of like Survivor based. So I like that they did this. This is quintessential Survivor besides the wobbly beam. But yeah, I loved it. This was like a proper challenge. You know what I mean? The next couple was Imani and Ayal, who went against Liberty and Jack. I think they were evenly matched. I think that Liberty and Jack, right? Yeah. I think they were evenly matched, but Ayal and Imani did win. So that's what you get for evening out the playing field. Then the last pairs were Justine and Callum and Johnny and Courtney. In my opinion, I feel like Johnny let the team down. He really, really did. Courtney was killing it, to my surprise. Courtney was killing it. Unfortunately for Callum and Justine, he had one slip up and they really couldn't make it up since then. Yeah, which gave Johnny the win. And I was like, Johnny was literally doing so bad. All you had to do was keep the blocks on and y'all would have won. But it is what it is. Those are the couples that are on the bottom. After the challenge, everybody reconvenes and they're learning who's at the bottom. When Jack found out he is at the bottom with Justine, the man was livid.
Jack's fuming.
Is he? Why?
Livid.
About what?
I could tell you were so pissed when we got back.
Pissed, bro.
I'm just so mad that it was both of us, cause right, like
We have no help. We have no safety net. I'm so pissed off. The coupling up thing really is fucking bugging me. One of us is going home, if not both. Am I bugging out? If I'm bugging out, please tell me. If I'm
No, you're not.
If I stayed and Justine left, what would I do? What can I do? My life. It's just fucking doing my head in, man.
On a side note, before I get back to the show, this is the well, I guess this is part of the show. This is the most emotion I've seen come out of Jack. And I've seen some like extra clips on Love Island's like social media pages and stuff where you do see him in the beach hut. He's funny, he's very expressive and stuff like that. But for some reason, they've decided not to highlight that on the show. So to see him be so expressive, I was like, finally, damn. And his big frustration is the fact that any way that you see the outcome of this is doomed for Justine and Jack. Because if one of them goes home in the dumping because they're vulnerable, then they get split up. If they both stay, but then they have to go to a duel because they're not in a couple together, one of them goes home and then they're split up. So yeah, I definitely understand his frustration, especially if he thought Callum was his boy. Like, why would you set him up that way? You obviously cannot determine the outcome of what's going to happen, especially when you don't know what these challenges are. I think if they knew what the challenge was, it would have been, yeah, I think that would have made that would have been the difference. Knowing what the challenge was and then pairing accordingly would have completely changed the trajectory of the game. But yeah, it's not a good look. I am happy to see him be so seemingly distraught that his time with Justine could potentially be over. It's nice to see. It's nice to see. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get to see more of them because we haven't been seeing much of them at all. I hope they don't leave, but if they do, well, you guys let me know. If they do, if one of them does leave, do you expect or suspect that the other person will follow along? Because the show is only 3 weeks long anyway, so you're probably thinking, nobody's coming in this time that I'm going to have enough time to even like catch feelings for. So And we both know they've thrown out the idea of just being here for the money anyways. It's interesting. We didn't get it tomorrow night either, so I think some madness is going to ensue. So stay tuned for that. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.